it was beautiful for my son to be the guy who had to, and not this guy, he had to be the other guy. And I just want to tell a very funny story, is that one of his big scenes when Mr. De Niro chased him, which we just saw, in the middle of this bipolar episode where Bradley really gives such a stellar performance, an amazing performance, where he's having that breakdown about missing his wife. Anyway, Matthew rings the doorbell and De Niro chases him in his pajamas. And the first take, Matthew just starts laughing hysterically. And I said, "What are you doing? This is serious, you know?" And he said, "Oh my God, it's like I was in Raging Bull." He said, you know, because he doesn't tell you what he's going to do. He's so in the moment. He didn't tell us that scene you saw where he cried. That was not scripted. That was not directed. I never asked for it. I never even had a conversation about it. We were just so grateful. You asked him if he was intimidated to work with him. He said, no, he's comfortable. I was very intimidated to work with him, you know, because I just have so much respect for the man, and he set the tone for the whole set. But he just did it. And we were shocked. We were like, oh my God, Robert De Niro's crying in this scene. And so, you know, we asked him to do it 1 or 2 more times, you know? And he obliged us.
He did.
But so anyway, so Bob comes out and pushing him, and I said, you can't do that, you know? He said, but it's like I'm in Raging Bull, and it's freaking me out. And eventually he said, you know what? It's real. A teenage kid, if a grown man with a bloody nose in his pajamas was pushing him, you know, might start to laugh nervously. So let's play it. And that became a very beautiful moment in the film where he says, I'm going to come back here, I'm going to break that camera over your head, then I'm going to come back and interview what it's like to have that camera broken. What are you laughing at? I'm sorry. And he immediately realizes that he's out of control, but he gets to say, what are you laughing at? And so he used it. You know, he taught us all. He taught us all.
Did you feel a greater responsibility, Bob, doing a film that David had so much personally invested in?
Oh, of course. I mean, I understand what but I don't like to get emotional, but I know exactly what he goes through.
You understood some of the same experiences that he's had with his son. So clearly this became an important cathartic experience for all of you, you know, a communal experience.
I mean, when I first showed him the screenplay in his home, you know, we all know people who have faced these challenges, and we've all been touched by these people, and we love these people, you know, and as he says in the movie, I want to do everything I can to help you get back on your feet. And there's nothing harder in life than when you can't figure out what to do. You try everything, and you must never stop, you know? Your heart just has to keep growing. But when I first was in his apartment and I was talking to him about the screenplay, this is what happened. And I thought he was having hay fever, and I realized he was having an emotional reaction. I sat there and I watched Robert De Niro cry for 10 minutes, and I said, wow, he's really connecting with this material, and this would be a beautiful thing if it could work out, because I think his heart would be there, and it is there.
Well, you know